I'm excited. I couldn't wait all day. If you guys are just like me, then you've been waiting for the iPhone 8 to be released, and it was absolutely amazing. I was sitting there in class, I was like, this is a priority, screw homework, I need to see what Apple is releasing. And I did, and what they released was absolutely amazing. So that's why today I'm going to be giving you guys the 5 main points that was made at the Apple keynote today on September. That way you guys know what's up. I have a list. Give me 1 second. The room is dirty, I know, I don't want to talk about it, okay? First thing that Apple talked about at their keynote was the new Apple Watch Series 3. Now the Apple Watch Series 3 isn't much different than the other 2 series besides the key components on the inside of the watch. For example, not only now does it have GPS, but it also now has cellular data in there, which is absolutely extraordinary that they were able to fit a cellular antenna inside of a watch like that. Let me go grab my watch real quick just to emphasize. It is just amazing to think that this right here can now be a phone. What? You are also able to listen to music over cellular data, and you don't have to worry about having limited storage on your watch and only having a certain amount of songs on there. But surprisingly, it still gets 18 hours of battery life. They did specify at the keynote that it was mixed use, whether it be Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or cellular. It is obviously water resistant just like the Series 2, so no change there. So the Apple Watch Series 3 is available for pre-order on September 15th, which is today's the 12th, 3 days. And then it will be available on the 22nd, which makes sense. So the Apple Watch Series 3 with just the GPS, no cellular in it, is $329, and the Apple Watch with cellular is going to be $399. So it's about a $70 difference between the cellular and the just Wi-Fi. That'll definitely come down to whether or not you think that you want to spend that extra $70 for the capabilities of bringing your watch along with you and basically having it as your phone. The second thing that they talked about was the new Apple TV 4K. And they did emphasize high dynamic range is going to be available on there, or HDR, so that will definitely help with the visuals looking better. Pre-orders are going to be available on September 15th and it is going to be available on September 22nd. So the price of it is going to be 32 gigabytes for $179, and for 64 gigabytes is going to be $199, so about $200. This is the one that we've all been waiting for. This is what I'm excited for. So I was very worried that Apple was going to actually go with the glass back, and when I heard that they were going with that, I was like, okay, Apple, I trust you, but I'm not a fan of the glass backs. If I wanted a glass back, I would get a Samsung. That's just me. They did say that it kind of looks like it has a pearl finish on it, and that is for sure. It looks gorgeous. I got a visitor again. I'll be right back. This is Sandy. She wanted to say hi. Saying hi to my total of 100 viewers, and most of them are all my friends and family. Alright, now it's time for you to go away. Cat's out of the way. So yes, the glass back, it looks really good, and it does kind of have a pearl finish to it, which brings great beauty to it, honestly. It's basically the same as the iPhone 7 in almost every way, except it does have a slightly upgraded camera. So since they are featuring now that glass back on there, it is now capable of doing wireless charging, and that is going to work through Qi. If you're not aware of what Qi is a kind of, I guess it's kind of like a third party, but yet its own kind of company in wireless charging. They're kind of the people that are really pushing for industrializing wireless charging in, for example, restaurants, cafes, and just places like that, airports. So if you're sitting down somewhere at a table, there's a thing that says Qi, and you set your phone on it and it'll start charging. That's kind of what they're pushing for. If they did not go with Qi, then you'd run into the problem of someone with a Samsung saying, I have my wireless charger, why don't you charge your iPhone on it? And then you're like, oh no, but it's not a Apple wireless charger. I can't charge my phone. So it's good that Apple's going that route, so it is more industrialized and it's more of an environment that's cross-platform. Sandy, I am 1 second from freaking locking you in another bedroom. So wireless charging is a new big feature in the iPhone 8, which is definitely nice. This is the one that had me personally worried. When I was watching the keynote and he started announcing the iPhone 8, and he didn't even mention, like, nothing, none of the rumors or anything like that, that we had all these hopes up of what the phone would be, and he was getting ready to wrap it up, I was like, oh no, there's not gonna be this iPhone that we've all been waiting for. We're gonna have to wait another year for this iPhone that had all these big expectations. But alas, they did have one more thing. And that one more thing was the iPhone 10. I think they named it that because they were celebrating the 10 years of an iPhone. Does that sound right? I think that's what they're going for. So with this iPhone 10, it was basically everything the rumors were saying it was going to be. The iPhone 10, or as they're calling it, the iPhone X, it has that all-around screen. It kind of reminds me of Samsung's Infinity screen on their new Samsungs. It does have me a little worried since they got rid of the home button to make room for this display. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I love Touch ID. It is the main reason why I bought the iPhone 5S. That was my very first iPhone. Sandy, I'm gonna fucking tie you up and feed you to the fucking goat. The goats are gonna eat you and they're gonna... Instead of using the home button, they're actually gonna have a swipe up from the top, kind of like what you do for your control center, except that will therefore be your home button. Which, at first, I was concerned about because I was like, then where is your control center? To access your control center, apparently you just swipe from the top right, kind of where like your battery and stuff is up here in the top corner. And that'll bring down your control center instead of up your control center like it was. So the iPhone is going to be available for pre-order on October 27th. Then the iPhone will become available on November 3rd. That is kind of a long time to be waiting after the pre-order, but I'm assuming that they're having kind of some production issues. So the iPhone 10 also features all of the other technologies that was in the iPhone 8. So it's got the better processor, the GPU, it's got better cameras in it. Actually, in fact, I think it's just a little bit better than the iPhone's 8 camera, which is a little bit better than the iPhone 7's camera, which means the iPhone 10's camera is just altogether better, if that makes sense. So instead of having Touch IDs, the phone no longer has a home button, is that they have Face ID. It uses projection dots and infrared light to project like 30,000 dots onto your face, and then it therefore maps out your face into a mathematical sequence that it uses then to unlock your phone. Now, he did kind of run into a few issues when he first tried to demo it at the keynote. He did have to go to his backup because it wasn't working on the phone that he had. I don't know how I feel about the whole swiping up. Like, if I want to go to my home, I want to push a home button. I don't know. I don't like it, but yet I like it because I'm an Apple person, and no matter what they do, I'm still gonna get it, because I'm not very good at making my own decisions. Did I already talk about the studio effect? So the studio effect that is on the cameras, the iPhone 8 does have this on the rear facing of the camera, but it takes basically the portrait mode, and then it also adds lighting to it by scanning the face and then determining shadows and making the background darker, making the foreground brighter, brightening certain features of your face, therefore making it look like the picture was taken in the studio artificially. And it works the same way on the iPhone 10, except you can also take selfies in the studio portrait mode. And that is only possible because of the facial recognition hardware that is in the iPhone 10. With the facial mapping hardware that is in the iPhone 10, they are also to make this new thing called Animojis. But with these Animojis, what you're able to do is you can make an emoji that smiles when you do, or an emoji that makes facial expressions that you do. It basically does everything your face does to this emoji. It's one of those things that's like useless, but you want to do it just to screw around with it. When they introduced this, they did actually kind of make jokes about how they have this leading facial recognition tools and they're using it to map out your face for emojis. I don't blame them. That's what I would do. Are you kidding me? If I had some cutting edge facial recognitions, that's what I would do. So the very last and fifth big thing that they announced there, it wasn't groundbreaking, but it is definitely Apple at its finest, pulling together this entire environment of their products and making it into one seamless design, this one seamless atmosphere. And the way that they did this is they have this thing called Air Power. So with Air Power, you are able to put your phone onto this pad and it will charge your phone wirelessly. Not only can you charge your phone on it, but also if you put your Apple Watch on it, it'll charge your Apple Watch. On top of that, you can put AirPods. Now, however, the AirPods, you do have to buy a special case for the AirPods so that you can then wirelessly charge them. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I think I'm going to have to deal with it because in all honesty, I think I'm going to get the iPhone 10. I like the iPhone 8 better, but that's a lie. I don't like the iPhone 8 better. I like the iPhone 10 because the iPhone 8 is just an over-glorified, upgraded iPhone 7. The freaking iPhone 8 is an iPhone 7S. Whatever happened to the S's? I guess they just needed to just jump a few years. They wanted to jump half a year. No, they wanted to jump a year, and then they decided, oh, since we're already here on 8, let's jump another 2 years and just go to 10. What are you doing, Apple? What are you doing? You're making my numbers. You're messing up my kindergarten math. You're not adding up. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and leave a comment below what you guys think of the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 8. Do you think the Face ID will work? Do you like the iPhone 10? Do you think this was all a good idea? Are you gonna get it? I don't know. You guys just need to tell me. What do you guys think? But that's going to do it for this video. Go ahead and stay tuned for another video in the future. I don't know when, but alright, I'll see you later, guys. Deuces!